Hello, this is James Stewart again. Um, Now I want to give you a quick introduction on how to do some advanced searching in our library's catalog, as well as how to apply this to databases for your research topics. From our library's homepage, click on Search for Books, eBooks, Articles, Journals, and Database Content under Find Information Resources. This will take you to our NCAT OCLC Discovery page, which will help you search resources at A&T State University and beyond, meaning that it'll search our library catalog as well as regional library catalogs. So, for example, we recently came out of homecoming, so I had a lot of research topics on that, but also different aspects like playing football games, playing this, playing that. So let me put in HBCU football. And it's telling me that I have 1,500 results in libraries worldwide. And just like with a database, I have search limiters on my left that'll help me narrow down the results so I can get exactly what I need. Out of 1,500 results, you may or may not get what you want in the first 30 or 40. So it's important that you use the library catalog to its full potential to help you get exactly what you want. Suppose this first book, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, Jake Gaylor, Florida A&M, and the History of Black College Football, is a resource that I want. I can make a decision by looking at the abstract before I even decide to select the resource. So I can read the abstract, find out if the resource is available, if it's available here at my university, and I can click on View eBook to view it automatically. If there's anything that pops up that is not available as an e-resource, it'll be stated very clearly in the search results. But if it's something that says view full text, view ebook, view e-resource, it is a resource that you can't access from home or access remotely. So I'm going to click view ebook. And if you're like me, you're off campus, you're at home, you'll be asked to log in with your account, same as your Aggie One ID. And it'll take me into the database that is hosting this particular book title. In our case, it's EBSCOhost. So it's giving me all the options I have for looking at this book. I have a lot of preliminary information I can review before I decide to pour into this book. The description or the abstract, information about the author. I can click on his name to see if there's more works available by this particular author. There are Library of Congress subject headings that I can click on so I can find other resources that are very similar. So if I want more resources from this database on African American universities and college sports, I can click on that and see what's available in this particular database and decide if I want to use that. I have the option to download this material as a full PDF. I'm going to click on that. It's taking a while to load, probably because it's a full ebook. So I have the option to go chapter by chapter, and I can download whatever chapters I need from this particular resource from this database. Um, I can search within the text to find specific keywords. For example, if I want to see if a game against A&T was included, I'll search for Greensboro. And I see that there is a reference to David Richmond of the sit-in, the sit-ins or the A&T 4. So the sit-in movement probably did profoundly change HBCU football, as many of our football players famously participated here in Greensboro. I have the option to download this chapter, save the pages, get a citation. I'm going a bit fast because I don't want to go over time with these videos, but when you're inside a database or e-resource that's available from A&T, You have lots of wonderful tools that you can use to help you in your research. So this particular database, I'm able to save pages. I can email pages to someone else and include a citation. I can get a citation and copy it and add it to my paper. And there are other tools available to using a dictionary to look up terms while you're doing your research, and copying a permalink so you can get back exactly to where you left off while researching. So I'm gonna head back to the catalog search. For the search numbers on the left, I do have the option to decide what type of resource I want. So let's say I only want a book. I don't plan to go in the library physically for some time, so I just want to start off with ebooks. I have that option. So 1,500 resources goes down to just 5. And it's selecting libraries worldwide. The reason for that is even if you come across a resource and it's not available A&T, it is possible to have access to that information through an interlibrary loan. And we will go across that. We will discuss that in time for questions and answers. So there are ways to get the resources you want, even if they're not available here in the library physically. You can decide if it's a biography, nonfiction. You can choose a range for what type of publication you want by year. So I'm going to go back and say I only want a resource that was written in the last 5 years, or maybe the last 7 years. So let me do 2015 to 2022. I can apply this range. And I went from 1,500 results to 909. So a lot of this research and these resources are very recent. I can also have more control over my search history as well. I could do an advanced search here in the top left. And I can use these Boolean operators and or not. Limit. I can decide whether I want to search keywords only, a title only. If I want to search for a particular author, a particular subject or phrase, I have that option as well. So let me do HBCU football as a keyword. Title phrase. Let me see. I want to make sure that the word football is used in the title. That doesn't always mean that it's going to be about football, but it's something I have the option to use. And the good thing about this, you can add as many of these rows as you need, so you can narrow down your search even more. I can decide what format I want and what publication years, and whether I even want libraries worldwide. Maybe I just only want materials in the UNC libraries. So UNC Chapel Hill, UNCG, because if it's in the UNC system, it's a much better chance I can get the materials through an interlibrary loan. TALA, the Triad Academic Library Association, those are regional libraries with some state, UNCG, A&T. Or if I only want resources that are available from A&T, I can do that as well. Hit search. And I know this is incorrect because we just accessed an A&T ebook. So let me go back. Go back to libraries worldwide. Let me get rid of this delimiter. There we go. Just search for what's here in the A&T library. So 90 resources that I can search for here in the library. And they appear to be books, but mostly articles. Articles from the Washington Post, diverse issues in higher education, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. All these resources that you see that are magazines and they're not print, they're all made possible through databases. Databases are computer organized systems of information that allow you access documents, court cases, papers, all types of useful information content. So we're going to go back. When we looked at the ebook, it took us to one database to happen to have this book. So I'm going to show you another way to go directly to these databases to search for this type of information. So we're going to go back to the home page, and we're going to select Browse Subject and Research Guides, or Browse Database for Title Subjects. So we're going to look at Browse Subject and Research Guides. It takes us to our LibGuides homepage. LibGuides is a software or platform that allows librarians to organize information based on a subject or a theme. So here in the library, we have hundreds of LibGuides for all the academic majors and disciplines, each of the colleges. So we're going to scroll down to get to journalism and mass communications. And these are several that we felt were very helpful or more relevant to journalism major, like the Black Press, technical writing. And I will select journalism and mass communications. And there's me, subject guide, because I'm the liaison of history and journalism. So under this LibGuide, we have a list of databases that are highly recommended for you to use. For the interest of time, I will only show you 2 of these databases. And I'm hoping that following this video, there will be time to explore others. So a widely requested database as far as researching events related to being at HBCU or diversity is Ethnic News Watch. And hopefully I don't have to log back in because I already logged in to use another database in the earlier video. So Ethnic News Watch is a resource database that allows you to search newspaper articles from around the world that are from either ethnic or minority press. And it's very unique because you get all kinds of unique perspectives. You can look at a Chinese American newspaper from Delaware or a newspaper actually printed in China. You can get an Indian, or you can get for just different ethnicities, and the paper is based in Italy and not the Middle East. So those types of perspectives are very fascinating and valuable. One thing I want to point out is that the cover page says 1959, 1989. That's not true. This resource is updated frequently. So I'm going to try a constant topic for the past few years, coronavirus. And notice I get 74,211 results. Just like with the Aggie Gold search, I have control over this. 74,000 is too many resources for any project. So you want to cut this number down so you know that you're getting exactly what you want. So you have the option to decide if you want full text or peer-reviewed. Peer-reviewed are articles that are screened by a certain academic standard by peers. For example, if you're a cardiologist, you want to get your information from a cardiology journal and not a regular press edition talking about cardiology. Peer review means that someone in the field of cardiology reviewed the information before it was published. So we have scholarly journals, peer-reviewed scholarly journals, theses and dissertations, newspapers, magazines, and trade journals. Click on more. We have even more resources than that. So let me try scholarly journals and maybe dissertations and theses. So the Journal of African Films Diaspora, readdressing the coronavirus infodemic through indigenous Yoruba language music from Southwest Nigeria. I can limit these resources by a year. Notice the term coronavirus wasn't, of course, that commonly used till 2020. I can search by publication title if I want to look for information from a specific journal. a document type, see if there's specific subjects that come up, research subject keywords or tags that you can use to find more information related to that particular subject heading or tab. You can search by location of the publication, if it's a publication from China, Israel, or if it mentions these places, a language, and any specific persons or people that are referred to in the article. You can select their name, include or exclude to get the type of search results that you want. Again, if something says full text PDF, that means you can download this information the way it was originally presented. So I'm going to click on this first example. And as a full text PDF, I could look at the journal the way it was originally published. Databases like ProQuest will give you the option to download this item. You can get a citation, copy and save it. There are tools to help you organize your citations like RefWorks, but I'm not a professional at RefWorks, so I'll leave that to a professional. You can email the results to yourself or to a colleague or a friend who's doing similar research. And then based on the topics and things of this article, there are suggested readings on the far right that you can begin to use. You can select indexing terms to find more information that is indexed under that related search term. You can click on the name of the author, see if there's any more written by this particular journalist. But you have all kinds of control over the information that you search for in the database versus searching the World Wide Web through Google or some other search engine where you do not have that much control over limiting how much you're looking for. Again, just by selecting scholarly journals in the past few years, we went from 74,000 results to 569. That's still a lot, but you're getting closer and closer to what you actually want to use. So I'm going to go back to the Journalism LibGuide page, and I want to share, let's see, a recent acquisition to A&T. Uh-oh. This kind of ruins my lesson plan. I always look forward to showing journalism majors the history makers, the world's largest African American oral history video collection. A&T received a grant from Bank of America to have this database for a few years, and it's a great source for oral histories that come with transcriptions. Many of the individuals interviewed here are from Greensboro or attended North Carolina A&T State University. You can search for people based on their field. Under the maker directory, you can select the category like education maker, civic maker, art maker, law maker, and so on and so forth. If I use the search under makers, I can search for anyone affiliated with North Carolina A&T State University. I can also play with keywords. There we go. Much better. So these are either people who attended A&T or it comes up somewhere in their conversation. Maybe a parent went to A&T or their brother went or they visited. Let's see, Mr. William A. Clement Jr. Business maker, entrepreneurial, chief exec, corporate executive. I actually attended Morehouse, but for some reason he does mention North Carolina A&T State University. Let's see, Honorable Ruth A. Davis. first African American female career professor. And the interviews are broken down into short clips that you can read and watch.
Please tell us what your favorite food is.
What is my favorite food? Let's see. I like I like food in general. I like
One thing that's really fun about the history makers is they do ask people casual questions like that, as well as examining their entire life. Favorite vacation spot, favorite food, describing a childhood memory, so on and so forth. I'm gonna do this one more time. I'm gonna go home as I was in the maker search. Okay, there we go. It's much better results. My problem was I was in the maker directory instead of searching from home. So here we have Sandra Hughes, legendary journalist from Greensboro and a former professor in A&T's journalism department.
Is there anything I haven't asked you about we need to talk about before I ask about last one?
I don't think so. We talked about family and schooling, and my teaching at A&T is not nearly as much fun as I thought it was going to be, because students are different. I think I wanted to find students who had the same hunger that I had for things, and students who my mother would say.
So you get to see a lot of candid interviews like that. Let's see, Perry Howard, Joseph Monroe. Recently had the Cherry Hall renamed for him. So you get to see all kinds of candid interviews like that are available. Brigadier General Claire Adams Ender, Reverend Jesse Jackson. And when I do A&T now, there's like 9 pages of interviews, so there's no telling who else is included in this.